Located on the western bank of the Hooghly River, this sprawling compound draws millions of visitors globally every year. It was established in 1897 by Swami Vivekananda, specifically to serve as the global headquarters of the Ramakrishna Math and mission. You can see the mission's philosophy built directly into the architecture. The designers deliberately integrated diverse religious elements into a unified campus along the water. This dual identity is central to the site. The same grounds house silent shrines for contemplation and the administrative nerve center for a global network of schools, hospitals, and disaster relief programs. If you are planning a trip, you have a crucial choice to make right up front. The experience you get here will change entirely based on the dates you pick. Option 1 is the Tranquil Retreat. This is the quiet environment that Holy Mother Sarada Devi historically praised, noting that the peacefulness of the grounds made meditation come naturally. Option 2 is the Spectacle. At certain times of the year, this quiet campus transforms to host public events on an intense, massive scale, like the famous Durga Puja, or the upcoming 130th Foundation Day in May 2026. You cannot get both of these experiences on the same afternoon. You must choose between a serene day studying the architecture and a high-energy immersion into multi-day rituals with millions of other visitors. To optimize your trip, you need to decide which of those two columns matches your personal goals and separate the daily pilgrimage from the marquee festivals. If you choose the daily pilgrimage and visit on a standard weekday, your main logistical advantage is control over the pace. You navigate the expansive campus without the friction of heavy festival crowds. Looking at this guidebook index, you see exactly how much ground there is to cover. 13 distinct historical sites are listed here for Belur Math alone, including the Sri Ramakrishna Temple, Swamiji's room, and Samadhi Ghat. Getting through them requires an unhurried itinerary. Taking this path gives you unrestricted access. You have the time to absorb the architectural details, sit quietly for meditation, and read through the historical texts kept in the Ramakrishna Museum. The trade-off is that exploring off-peak means experiencing the space somewhat passively. You miss the live, kinetic execution of Vivekananda's vision for mass-scale social worship. A weekday visit offers profound intimacy with the legacy of Sri Ramakrishna, but it trades away the electric momentum of the institution at full capacity. Attending during the autumn Navaratri requires a completely different logistical input. You will be navigating massive regional crowds while strictly adhering to a rigid 5-day ritual schedule. The Durga Puja here serves as a historically revolutionary spectacle. Swami Vivekananda initiated this specific public celebration in 1901 as a deliberate tactic to break orthodox caste roles. That socio-cultural mission is built directly into the milestones of the festival. They perform the Kumari Puja, which involves worshipping a young girl to explicitly elevate and empower women in society. Unique institutional rules separate this puja from others. Based on a direct injunction from Holy Mother Sarada Devi, animal sacrifice is strictly excluded and replaced with symbolic offerings. The core trade-off is your personal space. Between the sheer density of attendees and the intense focus on micro-scheduled rituals, like the precise 48-minute window of the Sandhi Puja, private meditation becomes functionally impossible. You trade personal comfort for the chance to see a century-old social rebellion still being practiced in its original form. If you choose the festival route, there is a strict intellectual prerequisite. To grasp what is actually happening, you need to understand the theology of a text known as the Chandi. The Chandi redefines the symbolic rituals, like the sacrifice of a pumpkin or sugarcane, to represent the internal destruction of human vices rather than literal violence. The theology acknowledges modern evil, champions female empowerment, and delivers divine hope. Without doing this intellectual pre-reading, the intense Shakti worship and complex tantric elements will likely overwhelm a casual tourist as chaotic noise rather than profound cultural theater. Your ideal itinerary maps your intent to the calendar. For quiet devotion, avoid the festivals entirely and seek a weekday's mystic silence. But for the cultural tourist, Durga Puja is mandatory viewing, a chance to witness an institutional rebellion preserved in real time. Knowing your exact psychological profile and your tolerance for crowds, is the only way to avoid a frustrating, mismatched experience at the complex. If you are the logistical optimizer planning to attend a peak event, like the upcoming 130th Foundation Day in 2026, you need a targeted strategy. Abandon the idea of exploring the full 40-acre campus. Study the micro-schedules instead. Find the exact time for the 4 p.m. keynote or the dusk rituals and arrive hours early to secure your position for those milestones. Belur Math functions as a quiet retreat and a primary hub for social reform. To get the most from your visit, you have to decide which of these two legacies you are